Hello, witches, and welcome to another, because this isn't my first time doing this on this. I keep on forgetting. I think this is my fourth week in doing it here, so welcome, guys, to, and girls. It's not just guys, girls, witches, and welcome to another Thursday night. Hold on, I'm gonna get it. Thursday Night Live. See, I'm so used to saying it on YouTube. Gotta get used to saying it here. Anyways, tonight I have a very, very special spell that we're going to be doing. And it's going to be a Witch's Protection Jar spell. Okay? And this spell is powerful. So you want to make sure your space is cleansed. So I'm going to give it a moment before I start doing anything. Actually, what I'm going to start doing is cleansing my space. I've already done it, but I want to include you guys in it too. I'm going to kind of just look on my computer and see if I can see the comments because I'm not seeing anything. Donna, I see that you're there, honey. Can you comment and let me know? I want to see if it comes through on my computer, if it's going to come through on my... oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, Donna, I see you, and Cheryl, I see you too. Good, good, good. Okay. And Zach, I see you as well. Thanks, guys. I'm just going to give it another moment and wait till a few more people get on. Like I said, I've just cleansed my space, but I'm going to do it with you guys because I don't think I've done it with you guys yet. And I think I'm going to use my sage tonight for my... Oh no, I've got this. I keep on forgetting. This is my dragon's blood. It's because I don't normally bring out my dragon's blood. Okay, there we go. Anyways, tonight's going to be a good one. And I'm just going to let you know what I've got here. There's my cackle, guys. Just so that you know, because this is a protection jar for ourselves, right? And this is to guard against any psychic attacks, any curses and hexes and anything like that that you might be worried about might be coming at you. This is going to take care of that, okay? This is going to kind of push it back. But anyways, my main ingredient in here is, yes, urine. I do not have any blood. I have not cut myself recently, and I'm squeamish when I do. But if you want to add blood and you're not squeamish, by all means. But because I did my morning urine, which I find is more powerful, you do not need to. You can use any time of day urine. But I drink a lot of water throughout the day, so I find that it's more watered down throughout the day, right? So I wanted to kind of make sure that it was powerful urine first thing in the morning. Us women know about it because of pregnancies and stuff like that. Pee on a stick. You gotta make sure it's first thing in the morning because that's the strongest, right? So that's what I did, okay? So I already cleansed this jar before I got started, okay? So if you haven't done that, make sure you do that, okay? And you can do only if you want to. It's only if you're comfortable doing it. You do not have to use urine in this if you do not want to. Okay, but urine for this particular spell jar, especially for this protection spell jar, okay, urine is our essence. So it's extra strong when you're using urine. I'm just gonna say it. Okay, I know, and fingernails, your hair, anything like that. So I've got, and you please don't just go and cut your hair unless you're looking to cut your hair. You don't have to cut your hair for this, but you can pull it off your brush. Okay, think about that. Pull it off your brush. So I've got that, but I also just got my hair cut. So I actually had a strand that was kind of in my way. So I cut it myself. I used to be a hairdresser, so that's why I did it. I've got vinegar here as well. It's very acidic. I've got ashes. I've got lots of ashes. I've got dragon's blood as well. I don't want to lose my train of thought. I'm kind of skipping all over. Okay, and I've got rosemary and lavender. Lavender is usually used for peace and calming, right? But for this one, I'm using it, what do I have it down as? Because it it aids in spiritual growth and protection. So it allows ourselves, if we're doing it for ourselves, it allows us to grow with the jar, okay? If we've moved on from certain things, okay? It allows us to grow. Anyways, I've also got, let me see, I've got pins. I've got an old razor, okay, that I've used for myself, my legs, of course. And I've got old nails, or not old nails, old screws, some pins and stuff like that. I've got garlic. Now, you don't have to pick everything that's on my list that I picked, okay? Only pick what you have in store, okay? Unless you have the money to go running out and getting some ingredients, they don't cost very much, okay? Some things will, like for instance, the Black Destroyer oil. That is really potent stuff that's used for hexes and jinxes and stuff like that, curses. You do not need to have it in here, but if you were to purchase it, it's through Amazon. I can't remember how much it is, but it's not something that I would use on a regular basis, so I'm not going to have it in stock here for myself, okay? Although I might actually make myself some. I think there's a lot of ingredients in it that I don't have on hand though, okay? Dragon's blood is very, very potent for protection. You'll hear me say to use it. And by chance, if you don't have some of this stuff, you can always put eggshells in too, okay? That aids in protection as well. Glass, okay? Because anybody who is going to come at me, I want them to cut. And I'm saying that in a nice way, in the sense of I don't want anybody coming and attacking me psychically or physically, mentally, emotionally, anything like that. This is, if they're going to come at me with a malicious intent, they are going to get cut. They are going to get burned. Whatever you have that's going into your jar, okay? Let me see, what else do I have? I have, cat whiskers. Naturally, okay? Don't pull them out of your cat, please. They come out naturally. I've collected my girls for a while now, so I've got that. I've also got my dog's teeth. Yes, guys, you can use your dog's teeth if you have them as protection, because our dogs are protectors, right? No matter what size. Oh, and something else I almost forgot that's in here because they're so tiny. When we did the spell a while ago and I asked you guys to have roses, I told you to dry them out and keep the thorns. That's because thorns are great for protection too. Again, if somebody's coming at you, they're going to get pricked, okay? Old razors, like I said, that again, if somebody's going to come at me, they're going to get cut, okay? What else do I have? Oh, and I have my black protection salt. I've got regular salt too. Box over at Walmart. Doesn't cost very much. I think it's $1, $2, if that. I can't remember. Okay. I also have these black candles that I'm going to get going while I'm ringing in my God and Goddess. Okay. And that is because my jar is a bit bigger. My little ones are going to take a little while. Now, if you guys don't have all the ingredients or you want to wait until morning to put your urine in, if you want to put the urine in, it's totally up to you. It's not necessary, okay? Then don't seal it until you're ready, okay? If you're planning on putting more stuff in it, then wait till you're all ready before you do that. Yes, you can, Zach. You can use an old bullet. Yeah, anything that you remember, this is about visualizing, okay? So it's stuff about what you feel is protecting you, okay? If you're using crystals, I chose amethyst. This one actually kind of looks like a warped heart in some ways, okay? But I'm using this because amethyst is great psychic attacks for psychic attacks. So I have this for that as well. Now I did pull out hematite, but I'm feeling more with the amethyst, so I'm going to go with that. And I pulled up the hematite because I didn't have any jet or obsidian with me tonight, which is usually what I would use. Jet or obsidian is a great for all negativity, all protection from all of that stuff, okay? Hello, Sherry, hello. Nice to see you. I'm just seeing who's all on. I don't want to get too, oh, hi, Krista. Nice to see you, and Janet. And I got Donna and Cheryl. Nice. Say hi, everybody, if you're on, if I haven't said your name. Oh, I see Courtney and Carol. Nice to see you guys, too. If you haven't said hello, hello. I haven't really got started, okay? We're going to get started now. If you guys haven't done a protection, don't worry. I'm going to do one with all of us this time, okay? Because that will help with everybody, okay? If you don't have one offhand that you use, then turn up your volume. I'm going to do one. But first, I'm going to welcome in my goddess. Just lighting the candle. And then I'm going to welcome in my God here. And I'm still honoring my ancestors with my little eggs. Got candles in them. Egg holders, I should say, not eggs. Little egg holders. Okay, and I'm gonna get my black ones going. These ones are sandalwood. I happen to find them at the dollar store, guys. I have no idea if they're any good. I'll let you know. Okay. Okay, I'll put that over there. You guys ready? Okay. So this is, where is it? Okay. This is one that I do for my space that I love to do. Okay. I'm going to be calling in the corners. I'm going to light some sage here too while we get going. Okay, hopefully that keeps going. Okay. Make sure you guys got your feet flat on the ground. Make sure that you're going to ground yourself, okay? You can stomp your feet. Now, if you guys never done this with me before and you do not have a space for salts, please go ahead and if you can't use salt, don't worry. You use your visualization for your salt line, okay? Or salt circle, okay? Don't worry if you can't. I do not do one in my home because I've got 3 pets that would eat it all the time. And I don't want them getting sick, okay? So in that case, I visualize my space being in a huge bubble, okay? But I'm just going to say this for all of us to listen and tune in together, okay? You can take 3 deep breaths, not small breaths, deep breaths. I call upon the 4 directions and the 4 elements to open our circle as a consecrated place of love, healing, and spiritual guidance. May East and Air share their knowledge of all beginnings. May North and Earth share their knowledge of all stabilizing influences. May South and Fire share their knowledge of all changes. May West and Water share their knowledge of all endings. Goddess, the Mother of all, protects me. God, the Father of all, defends me. I am always safe. I am never alone. I call upon my angelic guardians. I call upon my spirit guides, and I call upon all forces for good to enter our circle of white light and divine inspiration. May my higher self transmit to me the knowledge I am ready to receive and the wisdom to make the best use of it. And visualize yourself in a sacred circle. You can visualize a circle being salt. You can visualize being in a bubble. Whichever method you use, go right ahead. We will be using that one a little bit later too. Not the whole thing, but we will be using parts of it. Okay? So, as you see, I've already got my smudge stick going here. Go ahead and, if you have one, I want you to smudge all of your tools, okay? All your tools and ingredients that you have with you. I'm just going to do it while you guys are doing it, even though I've already done it before. Just to make sure that I've gotten everything. You guys know how I work. Hi, Sandra Lee. Hi, Christy. Nice for you guys to join. Teresa, what are you talking about? You don't have one what? You talking about crystals? Hello, Sandra Lee. I see your comments. I do see the comments, guys, which is good. Oh, the sage stick? You can use a different incense stick, hun. If you don't have sage at all or anything like that, you can use sound. You can use salt. You can use your breath too, but you have to visualize doing it, okay? If you don't have that. I've got a dragon's blood incense, and I've got my smudge stick going here. My little... You can also use different other herbs, like you can use cinnamon. That's a really good one too. If you have a stick of cinnamon, Teresa, you can light that on fire. Okay. It's a slow burn, believe me, it's a slow burn. Okay. And that will work very, very well for cleansing your stuff as well. Okay. Or cedar. If you don't have sage, you can use cedar as well. But cinnamon, most people have cinnamon on hand. So that's why I'm like, use cinnamon. Okay? So at this point, you do not need to worry about which order this stuff goes in. Like I said, it was easiest for me to do my urine first thing. That way I could get it out of the way. I'm probably going to start with the glass. And as you're doing this, you're going to visualize it being protected as you're using this. Now, I'm using tweezers because glass, I always cut myself somehow. And I don't want it to splash up too much, okay? That's up to you if you have tweezers. These tweezers I use for my craft here. Now, I'm going to put a lot of glass in. Okay. I have it big enough that I can. I got some pretty good pieces in there. But you know what? I'm going to save some for any other spells that I might use. I don't know. Who knows? Okay. So I'm going to put that... Oh. Don't forget to put the lid on it because you don't want it spilling over and then glass all over the place, right? Right. Okay. I've got some broken staples I'm going to throw in there too. And again, you're just going to visualize what these are used for, okay? So I'm picking all of my cutting objects, okay? My razor is meant to cut, right? Just seeing if there's anything else that I have. I'm going to use a few of my dog's teeth. You don't need to use all of it, guys, okay? If you only have a couple, use one, okay? Because then you want to maybe use it for another spell, who knows, okay? But this is my puppy Reggie's teeth when he was a baby. And since he's a feisty one, I love it. He's very protective of me. Now I'm going to use my hair because this is my personal items. Something that represents me, okay? So I got my hair. I still have a little lock of hair in here. I'm going to keep it in there. I don't need to use all of my hair, right? I've got some this is, now you be careful when you're putting in, this is my ashes, just because it's ashy, right? I'm gonna use a little bit of that because I've got more here that's a little bit more contained. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna put garlic, but I think I'm gonna put the whole thing. I have the whole thing, so I'm gonna put the whole garlic in. Maybe I have to, looks like I might have to break it down a little bit, so. The skin. Now, if you want to, you could play some music that represent, you know, or whatever kind of music that kind of makes you feel like it's protecting you. I don't know. I think when I think of it, I think of the Wednesday dance. If you guys watched the show Wednesday, oh yeah, Rob Zombie, that would be good. Yes, Teresa, that would be a good one. Okay. This is still my garlic. There we go. Now, okay. Oh, my kitties. My kitty. Gonna get maybe a couple of her whiskers. I've even got some of her, a tuft of hair that kind of fell out. Oh, I picked up 2 whiskers. Okay. Perfect. But I got 2 of her whiskers and that's enough. Okay. What else do I want to add in? Then I think, oh, I got a little bit of dragon's blood. Dragon's blood goes a long way, guys. Don't use all your dragon's blood. This is, oh, I could also use, oh, I've got dragon's blood ashes right here. That is going on right here. I'm just going to kind of leave it like that to get a few more ashes. I got my amethyst here. I'm going to put it in there. Rosemary. Rosemary is great for all negativity. Okay. And I'm going to use my lavender for, again, it's to, did I say it was for? Oh, spiritual protection. Okay. Spiritual growth, spiritual protection. And then I'm going to use some of my black protection salts. And you can put as much salt in it as you want. I want a lot of protection, so I put a lot of black salt in. But you know what? Because I've got eggshells, I'm going to use eggshells. Because I got a lot of eggshells. And eggshells are amazing for protection, okay? If you guys have some eggs, make sure you wash them out and then dry them first, okay? You don't want to get all the gunk inside. But once you have that, these are amazing for protection. You watch my protection salt video, then you would have seen me use salt, or sorry, eggshells with the salt. I got that. Dragon's Blood Ash there. Good, good, good. Okay, what else can I put in? Vinegar. Vinegar. I've got regular white salt. Because this is for everything. Basic negativity, everything, all right? Now I'm going to use vinegar. Oh, no, not yet. I forgot. So I have thorns in here. I've got pins. I've got staples. I've got screws and nails and stuff like that. You know, visualize all that protection. There we go. And guys, if you're looking for jars, save your jars that you have on the side. You can always wash them and use them, like jam jars, salsa jars, and stuff like that. I think I've put everything in that I've wanted to put in. Just gonna double check before I put my vinegar. I want my vinegar to be the last thing that I do. Okay, so got urine, black salt. I just filed my nails, so I have nothing there. Hair. If you want to put your own drops of blood in, by all means, guys, that's up to you. I am squeamish with blood. If I'm doing it, yeah, can't do it. Okay. Anything rusty. Now, anything that's going to sit in urine and sit in vinegar is going to rust. So if you don't have nails or screws or anything that is rusty that you want to put in here, it's okay. It's going to rust with the vinegar anyways, okay? Ashes, garlic. I have lavender, rosemary. Rue, I didn't have any rue. If you have rue, great. If you can go ahead and use it. But if you don't, guys, this is up to you of how much you want to put in. I just happen to have a lot of this stuff on hand, so that's why I'm putting it in here. I don't have black tourmaline, jet, or obsidian with me though, okay? But I've got everything else in here that I want. Okay, now I'm gonna fill it. I'm gonna fill it up to almost the top. And that's just my preference, okay? And now I'm gonna close it, okay? Now before I go put any wax on it, okay? Then what you're gonna do is seal it shut, get it nice and tight, okay? And you're going to visualize. Take a few deep breaths and you're going to visualize that anybody that comes at you, it doesn't matter who it is, whether or not it's a psychic attack, okay? A psychic attack is, you know, it could be another witch wanting to cause you harm, okay? You know, visualize. If you have to visualize a witch coming at you, go ahead. Do what you need to do to have it as real as possible in your head for you. Okay? What I usually do as well is I usually visualize mirrors on the outside that surrounds that anybody coming at me is going to see their own reflection. So anything that's going to come at me. I couldn't find any little mirrors at the dollar store that I could put in here. Just couldn't. Okay? So I use visualization in order for that to work. Okay? You're going to make sure your breath is steady, easy, okay? If you have to pretend you're Wonder Woman or Superman fighting a whole bunch of people, you do it. Witches, you're either Superman or you're Wonder Woman. And you're going to visualize yourself battling it out, people coming at you and it doesn't matter. You're in your invisible jet. Guys, go ahead, visualize you're in Wonder Woman's jet. And anything inside is protected, including your jar. Okay? Now, this part you don't need to do. I do it just because I want to infuse as much of my energy into my jar. Okay? I want to make sure that it has as much me on it as possible. Okay? So while I'm doing this, I'm visualizing that all my energy is going into this to battle anything that comes at me. Okay? So these mirrors that you have around you, and it's a great exercise to use. Okay? You have these mirrors around you, and every time somebody comes at you, it's just they're gonna see their own reflection, and they're just gonna go after their own. Okay? It's gonna go right back to them. Okay? Once you've done that, okay, I don't know if I have enough black wax yet. Doesn't look like it. I'm gonna have to wait. And wait. It's gonna take time. But I don't have a problem with waiting. Okay? It's only on this part top first. Okay, but as you're waiting for your candles to burn, and it's going to take me a little while for mine to burn, okay? I'm going to have to do it in steps. While you're doing that, okay, we're going to now recite what this is for, okay? I want you to hold your jar, okay, and I want you to lift it up carefully. If you have a candle on it, you can just hold it around, okay? You want to see what I've got going on here, Kelsey? Sure, honey. Let's see if I can tilt it down enough. Okay. How's that? Can you guys see? A little bit better if I do it that way? Hopefully. Okay. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to recite this for you, okay? You can repeat after me, okay? This jar is my power to protect against all evil. This jar is to keep out all types of harm. This jar does not allow any demons or negative entities to pass through it, my home, myself, husband, or kids. If you don't have a husband or kids, admit that. Or if you have a wife instead. This jar is my domain, and I alone will determine what is allowed to pass through it, my home, myself, kids, or husband. I claim that no dark entities shall pass through this shield or through myself, home, husband, or kids. Goddess, the mother of all, protects me. God, the father of all, defends me. I am protected. I'm never alone. O great goddess of love and light, protect me now with all of your might. Watch over me and mine with care, so that we may avoid all danger's snare. Hail, fair God, protector of night, banish all evil from my sight. Send it far, far away from me. So it is, so mote it be. Now I will put that on the page for you guys, okay, in case you're doing it a little later and you want, there we go, to do it that way, okay. And once your candle wax is all done, and you can start putting it all over your and sealing it. Now, if you're not able to, okay, visualize it. Okay, you have the gift, okay? Remember, you have an inner gift in yourself to do your own magic, okay? I want you to visualize. If you don't have the opportunity to get a black candle, please don't worry about it, guys, okay? Visualize that black candle is on top and it's burning. Use your visualization. You're able to do that, okay? getting a whole bunch of shivers, which usually happens when I do stuff like this. Okay. But if you can't, as you can see, mine is very, very big. In order for me to get the sides, I'm going to have to turn it sideways. I might not do that. Okay. But it is so fine because I'm going to visualize it coming right down the sides. Okay. Now, when you are done, this is where you can bury it in your backyard, but if you were to bury this in the backyard, for instance, okay, I've got glass in it. The last thing you want is for it to get smashed somehow, and then now we've got glass all in the soil and stuff like that, okay? If you can't do that, okay, you can put it in another pot that would use to protect it in a sense. So put it in a big plastic thing that at least if it got knocked and stuff like that, it's not going to break and shatter all the glass all over the place, okay? Or take it somewhere sacred where you know that it's never going to be disturbed. Now, if you can't do that and you have to keep it in your home, which is where I'm going to keep mine, just because I've got a protection on the outside, I want a protection on the inside now, okay? But I'm going to put my jar in my spell area. Okay, I'm going to hide it in a spot only I know. Okay, and that I know it's not going to be disturbed. Okay, but that's where you would do it. Okay, so I'm going to, while I wait for more of my candle wax to complete. Yeah, it's not, I did a little bit. Yeah, it's just, woo, going to the ground. Yeah, it's not going to the way that I want to. So I might have to do it a different way, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. I understand that not all things are in my control, and this is something that's not in my control. So at least if I have it on top and it's nicely sealed, which it is, because I can see it, I know that I'm protected. Okay, and I will be putting this in a spot where I know that it won't be disturbed. Now, is there any questions? Since who? Oh, oh, you have a Christian mother that can't hear this. Yes, I totally get that, Donna. I'm considering that for you guys too, because a lot of people get stuck and wonder, well, what am I supposed to do? And that's where you don't find in books, right? When you have these questions and think, oh my goodness, well, what about the questions that I have? I can't find that in a book, right? This is one of those questions that I used to have. Visualize that it's protected, and then just store it in your cupboard, very, very back, that you know that it's not going to get disturbed. You know? Yeah, exactly, Krista. You can put it in a cupboard. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to disturb it. You know, they're going to pick it up and go, oh my God, what's this? Ew, right? Like mine's, oh yeah, that's my garlic and stuff like that. Yeah, it's looking good. Eggshells. I like it. But I'm going to say thank you to my goddess and my God, but I'm going to get closer to you guys by moving this kind of out of my way, but I'm not going to let myself catch on fire. I'm being smart. Ah. You learn after burning yourselves a few times with your candle work, believe me. You start learning and going, okay, I'm not touching this anymore. I'm not doing this. Okay, so I'm going to move this. Is there any of your comments being seen, Jabs? I am just looking at them right now. What kind of question did you have, hun? I'm paying attention right now, and I can take a look. Yeah, I snuff out, I try to snuff out my candles if I can. Oh my goodness, Donna, I know, right? Okay, I am waiting to hear back from Tabs Jennings. What comments are you saying? Let me see if I can scroll back. Oh, so after you do the spell and recite the spell, do you give the jar to your home health provider to keep it in her home? You keep it with you. So wherever you're staying, wherever you're residing, that's where you're going to want your spell jar to be. This is your spell jar. I hear you, Teresa. Yes. We all need this spell. The more I do spiritual work and stuff like that, the more that I do protection spells just to make sure that I'm protected. But I always do my protection when I come in here, so I'm not really worried. Oh, okay. Then yes, Tabs, do that. Okay, if you're doing this for her, then yes, absolutely. Put it in your home health provider's place then. Absolutely. You can do one for yourself and you can do one for your health provider. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Yeah, you whichever one, like if you're making it for yourself, make it for yourself and keep it with you. If you're making it for somebody else to guard against their home and protect it, and that's what you're setting your intention to for that jar, then absolutely let them have it in their place. If do they know about it? If they don't know about it, then hide it. That way there's no more questions. You don't have to worry about it, right? Does anybody else have any questions? Oh, I'm looking at the time going, oh, goodness. Make sure you drink lots of water too, guys, okay? Want to always make sure yourself is hydrated when you're doing any spiritual work. She knows that you're doing it? Awesome. Then that gives it extra protection. You know what, Krista, if you're thinking of, I was thinking of adding cloves to mine too, and I didn't grab them. But yeah, absolutely, go ahead. Cloves are excellent for gossip. So if you have somebody that's shitting on you, I should have actually added mine to it. Shitting on you and stuff like that, or talking shit about you, then absolutely use cloves. Oh, that's amazing, Tabs. If she asked you to do it, even stronger. Absolutely. Because now it's not just your intention, but it's yours and hers. For sure. For sure. But yes, cloves are an excellent. And guys, if there's something that jumps out at you, if there's something that, like cinnamon, okay? I didn't add cinnamon. Cinnamon's a great protection in this. You want to put frankincense or myrrh or sandalwood. Go ahead. Absolutely. Okay? Go with what your gut is telling you. This is just what I do. This is my ritual type idea. This is what I would be doing for my spell. Okay? Take as much or as little as you want from what you're learning. Okay? I'm going to fix my, there we go. I see it's crooked a little bit. But take as much as or little as you want from what I'm doing here. This is just a guideline. If you are getting directed to do something else or add something else, please, by all means, go with your gut and do it. Because that, yes, pepper, yes, okay? Make sure you don't turn it into a curse jar. I'm just joking, no. You can use pepper for that too, right? But no, there's multi-uses for our spell ingredients, guys, okay? If you don't do curses, then you're fine. I do lots of spell work. I'm a gray witch, so I will do, I will go there if I have to. Well, sour jars, I'll do that. Freezer spells, I'll do that. Depending on what it's about. Depending on what it's about, right? You do what you need to do to protect yourself, right? But this is just a guideline. This is, if you are feeling guided to do something else along with it, by all means, please go ahead. I'm just going to put this off to the side because I have a special spot for it. And I'm just going to see if there's, I'm going to move my candles off to the side that I'm not. Got my hands. Because I know me too well. And as you can see, I'm wearing black as well. I've got my, if you ever need a pendant or a protection amulet of any sort that is so strong, try the black kyanite. You will love it. Well, I did. I love it. It keeps my chakras cleansed because it never needs cleansing. Never needs cleansing. Don't go in the water with it, though. It's something that you can't go in the shower and stuff like that, okay? Well, I'm just oh, I'm just looking at what you're writing, tabs. I'm trying to catch what you're saying. Yeah, I'll do a freezer spell if I have to. Freezer spells are gentle. Freezer spells are just gonna freeze them in their spot. They're not gonna go further, right? And I mean, Brian and I will be talking about that. I have an episode, April 13th that's coming up. I will be putting out the schedule for April tomorrow. But on the 13th, I'm going to be doing Ask a Gray. And that will be a question and answer platform for you guys to ask us questions if you want. But Brian and I are both Grays. And we will talk about we do it from different perspectives. We kind of do. Because I came from a Reiki, so I like to do, I will put out healing first as much as I can before I will go there. if a sour spell or a freezer spell, I will offer up healing first in hopes that I can heal the relationship first. But that has to be open on both ends, not just one end, right? Oh, the crystal that you don't wear in the shower is black kyanite, Kyanite. It is probably my favorite protection stone. It grounds me amazing. I'm a Aquarius and I'm an airhead, total airhead. Oh my God, I could be flying out of my body so often. So it keeps me grounded. It keeps me home. So I wear it for my protection spells that needs me here. So yes, I made sure that I wore all my black, and that's just how I roll. That's what I do when I'm doing my practice. If you guys want to wear white because you're looking at more of the light when it comes to that, that's totally up to you. This is how I practice, and any color is good. You go with whatever you want. Okay, don't let anybody tell you you're wrong. Okay, if you're asking somebody for advice and they give you their opinion, then that's a little different, right? But you practice you. You practice the way that you want to practice, okay? You do not have to practice the same way as somebody else, okay? I do come from a healer perspective because that's how I started my, I started my witchcraft journey before I started doing my Reiki, but I really embraced it when I started getting into my Reiki. That kind of bridged all of it together, but I came from a different angle when it came to my spell casting. But yeah. Anyways, anything else, guys, before I go? It wasn't a very long spell today, but it is a good spell for you guys to have. Did anybody cut themselves for this? I do have a couple of glasses that are broken here that I was purposely not steering clear of, because if I naturally cut my hand, then I would be okay and I would have put it in my jar. But I can't just go up and purposely cut myself. I can't. I can't. You are very welcome, Donna. What kind of ash do I use? That's a good question, Krista. This is actually a collection of all my ashes from my incense that I've burned. Usually what I do when I cleanse my space, what I'll do is I'll show you this is my little cauldron. Okay. And, oh, I did forget one thing. I'm going to get to it in a second. But I had this, and what I do is I put a little charcoal disc inside, and I'll put it inside, and then I'll put my herb mixture on top. And I usually use my Empowerment herb mixture, okay? And I'll put that on top, and then I'll burn it. And then after it's done, I'll put it in this jar. So most of the ashes in here are my Empowerment ashes. That's what I usually use. I just caught that for a second. Hold on. Was that Krista that asked about that? Oh, sorry, Tabs. What about a reversal spell to deflect anything the old ex might try to do to Ophelia and her daughter? Like I said, if you're putting glass inside, visualize it cutting them if they get too close. Visualize mirrors around that anytime that they come at them, they're gonna be met on firsthand by themselves. Okay, you could do that. A reversal spell you could do, but a reversal to what? Reversal to love? Like it would depend on what you're reversing. Yeah, I've cut myself many times, but I don't purposely cut myself, so I don't want to purposely cut myself for this spell. I get too squeamish on stuff like that. Help throbbing and hurting on your broken toe. Ice. Teresa, I had a broken toe 3 times, the same one. You gotta wait it out. Unfortunately, the one thing you could do is I do have a chakra healing jar on my YouTube page that you could always try to do, but I would visualize. Yeah, I know it sucks. You can visualize it healing. A lot of that's why meditation is so important, guys. Is because if you have a hard time visualizing, then it makes it a lot more difficult to connect with your spells and stuff like that. But it takes practice, okay? It took me forever. Oh, yes, you can use cigarette ash. Absolutely, Krista. Any type of ash, hun. Go right ahead. Because tobacco has its own properties in it. I'll look it up afterwards, but yeah, go right ahead. What I'm going to do is, you guys know that I have this little stamper. So that's what I'm going to stamp on the top here. Ah, nice. Oh, it looks beautiful. I'm going to stamp another one just because I like it so much. 3 of them. Woo! There we go. That comes in handy, guys. Check this out. I don't know if you can see it. I want it. It's going to spill a little bit of the... Can you see it? There you go. Look at that. 3 pentagrams right on top. Oh, it's still still hot. Don't stick your hand in the candle wax, guys. It's still hot. Oh, that's so good. Yeah. Woo. There we go. And just be careful. Actually, I'm gonna put all my wax on it. Holy jeez, is that hot? Be careful if it's hot, guys. There we go. That little light does not want to burn out. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna stamp it again since I lost some of it. Which is fine. It's all good. Got this on Amazon, I think, for $10, I think. There we go. Beauty. Amy, are you just getting on now, Amy? Because we just finished. I don't know the name, Teresa. I can look it up. You should be able to find it. Just look up Pentagram Stamper on Amazon or whoever you shop with. Like you might be able to find it in Metaphysical store. But I found mine on Amazon. Oh, that's why. You'll have to rewind it. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's replay. Because once I am done here, I load it up and then I put it onto YouTube. So don't you guys worry. So if you have to rewind or go back a step or two, or you can't do it tonight, but you wanted to kind of get an idea of how to do it, then don't worry. And because this will be loaded up tomorrow onto YouTube. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, head on over there and subscribe there too, guys, because all my videos get loaded up there as well. All my earlier stuff. And I'm starting to do readings over there now. So on every Monday, I do a weekly reading for the signs, a collective reading for the signs. And it's a 36 card reading. So I come from different angles with it, with the love, finances, work, career, stuff like that. I bring up all different areas. If it jumps out, even myself, I did the reading and then realized that it resonated with myself quite a bit. I'm like, oh. That was a couple weeks ago when that happened. I was doing a reading for the signs, and I did Aquarius, and I'm like, oh. This is coming true. Crap. But, yeah. I always like to clean my space after I'm done. It shows that I respect my working space, my ancestors who I include in my space as well. Working with your ancestors is not an easy job, guys. Just so you know, it's not an easy job. There's a lot of shadow work with doing lot of of shadow work when you do the ancestor healing. Tabs, you're an Aquarius too? No way. What day? Are you a January or February? We've got so many. There's so many in the group that are Aquarians. I swear, Aquarians know they're rising. Oh, you're a February 14th, baby. Sherry, you're Aquarius too? What day is yours again? I know Sheila is. I don't think Sheila's on tonight. Sheila, is you there? Oh, you're in January. What day? You would be at the end of January. Thanks, Amy. You put my Witches of Eastview up. Thank you. Oh, okay. I'm February 1st. But there's a lot of Aquarians in the group. It's amazing. I'm like, what? I've never met so many Aquarians in my life. That's crazy. Yes, Amy she's one of my moderators in the group. She just put the Witches of Eastview YouTube channel up on the link, or up on the feed there, guys. If you're not already a part of my YouTube page, then she's got it there, and you can mosey on over there. I do all my readings there. You can come join. And then, yeah. Oh, let's talk about what's coming up next week. Before I go, let's talk about what's coming up next week. Magical oils, guys. Magical oils and herbs. And this one, I'm going to do it both ways. Okay? And the reason for that is because a lot of the oils can cost quite a bit. Okay? But the herbs do not cost a lot. Okay? Like the herbs, majority of the herbs that I use in my spell works, you can find at the dollar store or the grocery store very, very easily for $1 or $2, okay, for each one. Okay, so it really is minimal, and if you're already using it in your cooking, you probably already have it, okay? Usually basil, bay leaf, rosemary, dill sometimes, cardamom. Sometimes you can find them in your teas, okay? If you can't, I got cardamom tea because I couldn't find cardamom on the side. So I'm like, well, it's cheaper to get it that way. Anything that you can have as a tea, you can smoke as well. And you can burn as well as incense, just so you know. Yeah, you can go to the dollar store. The dollar store will have majority of your spices there for cheap prices. You get the little jar, like the little ones. They're only like $1.25 or something like that for it. Even the pink Himalayan salt. Okay? You don't need fresh unless you get fresh, I grow my herbs fresh in the summertime, but during the wintertime I buy them and I use it this way. But I'm going to be teaching how to use it in a jar spell or in an oil. Like to use like your oil recipes. I've got protection. I think it's new moon and full moon ones. Protection, and I forget what the other one is. But I'm going to show both ways. So don't worry. So if you guys can't get all the oils, or you don't have all the oils, I will make sure that the herbs are like kitchen herbs. That's what I usually try to use. Yeah. Yeah, I usually have catnip, all that stuff. You can get catnip outside in your garden, or I have catnip in my garden. But I grew it for my cat. as well as this. Oh yes, jelly jars work amazing. And you can find little jars over at the dollar store. I found these little spice ones. They're glass ones. You know. Now you want to be careful with your lids though. Depending on what you're using it for. If you're using it for putting your spices in, then you can get the ones with the plastic lids. If you're doing it for something like this, you're going to want metal. You're going to want something that's going to be able to hold up with vinegar and all that stuff. You want to make sure, okay? Yeah, Old Spice jars, all that stuff. They come in handy, guys. Okay? But if there's no more questions, I will see you all later. I appreciate you all. Yes. Oh, pickles jars, just so you know. Pickle jars are really good for sour jars as well. If you got someone that's being very, very bitter to you and you just want to kind of send it back, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine, Tabs. Absolutely. Parchment paper under the lid, metal, yeah. That works fine, yeah. Thank you so much, Sherry. I really appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you so much, Don. I love you guys too. I really appreciate you guys so much. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, okay? I will get back to you as quickly as I can. I'm a busy girl, okay? I'm on Facebook a lot, but I'm doing a lot of clients through Facebook too. So if you might see that little light on saying that I'm around, but you're wondering why I'm not getting back to you, that's because I'm already working with a client or I'm working on something that I can't answer you right away. But I will always try. I will always try, and I will always find a way of getting back to you. Okay? You're very welcome, Cheryl. Thank you so much, hon, for coming out. And congratulations on baby number 4. What? You baby making machine, you. You're like little bunny rabbits, you and your husband. I love you guys, though. You guys are so sweet. Hello, Jessica. Are you just coming on right now? We're just finishing up. But if you are just turning in, or if you have been here the whole time, nice to see ya. But if you are just tuning in now, don't worry. This video will be available for afterwards, so you guys can watch it and pause it and ask questions along the way if you need to. Yes, late to the party. No worries, no worries. Don't worry, Jessica. This video is going to be up on my YouTube channel, as well as I will be posting it on here later on today or tomorrow. I usually post it the following day so that people don't get sick of my face. I'm just reading your thing right now, Tabs, about something about the 2 rabbits. Yes, rabbits always outnumber. Cheryl's building a hockey team. No, I think she's got all girls. Trying for a boy, probably. Is it a boy or a girl, Cheryl? Do you know? Or are you still too early in the stage? I don't know where you are with your pregnancy, but I really wish you all the best, because I remember when your first one was coming. Oh, you're at 16 weeks, so you probably don't know what baby is yet. Ooh. Your husband, Romeo, right? Did I get that right? Because that just came to me. Is it Romeo? Because I don't know. Let me know. What's your husband's name, Cheryl? Oh, you're close to... Oh, Raymond. Oh, okay. I said Romeo. But close. Okay, good. I'm getting this R sound. I'm sure you told me in one point or another, but I haven't seen you in forever, so I don't remember. But you know what? I'm so happy. Well, say hi to your husband for me. I know it's been a long time. But congratulations to you guys. Yes. Is it baby number 4? Are you still there? Are you still at City? Because if you are, that's crazy. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness. Is everybody else still there? I think Carolina is still there, right? Is Teresa still there too? Or have people moved on? Do they even know what I'm doing anymore? Probably not. Well, I know you and Carolina do. I know Carolina knows. Because you guys know Teresa. Oh, do you still talk to her? 2 boys and 2 girls, Jessica. I've got a boy myself, but I have a stepson and a stepdaughter, so I've got 3 in total. James is still there. Yeah, I figured he's God. That would be 15 years now. Holy crap! That's crazy. It's amazing how time flies, eh? Yes, I've got stepdaughter and a stepson, but I look at them as my kids too. I still call them my kids. What, James is a supervisor? What? Or are you a supervisor? Hey, Brian, nice to see you. You just coming on? We're just actually finishing up. We're just having it. Really? So much has changed. Oh my goodness. Anyways, guys, I know we've been here. I've been chatting more. But you know what? I love talking to you guys. Brian, we just actually finished. But I'm going to be posting my video after. I've said that a half dozen times too. Because there's so many people coming on late tonight. But I love that you guys are here. 4 boys and a girl. Crazy, crazy Amy. Bye, Tabs. Have a good night. Thank you so much for stopping in. I love and appreciate you all. I'm so grateful for this chance that we get to do this. Oh, my wax is nice and hard. Look at that now. Now it's rocking. Look at that. Love it. Love it. And I've got goosebumps going on all through me. So don't be surprised if you see something behind me, because it happens sometimes. I'm getting a lot of spirit talk. A lot of crazy spirit talk. But thank you so much. So much love to you guys. And don't be afraid to send me a message if you have ideas of something. Post them on the page. If you guys got ideas that if you haven't seen something that I've done yet and you need a spell and you're not sure about it, come on over and ask me. I'm more than happy to help anybody that's looking for help. But I will end it for tonight. Lots of love to all you guys. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. And ciao for now. Bye, witches.